Tamadar came to me with the idea that she wanted to start with this group. We sat down together. We decided that we wanted to create an art group that can make a movement in Bahrain, and we wanted to have an impact on society, because in the events of 2011, Bahrain was affected negatively.
Ulafa'a is an Arabic word coming from Ulafa'a, which is being familiar with or being friendly with. So it describes a group of people who share common feelings and possibly share a common ground in one way or in another. So Ulafa'a started as a group of artists, and first it started slow and with few people, and then it grew bigger and bigger as we go along. We started off from October 2012, and then we continued meeting every Saturday to brainstorm and to watch examples from around the world on how an art can make a difference. We're all coming together from different backgrounds, different areas around Bahrain, so we have different opinions and we have different directions and even multiple skills.
We have artists that are illustrators, some are designers, some are architects, some are directors and filmmakers, and we have become somewhat of a family, you could say. We greet each other with hugs, we spend more time in meetings than we do anywhere else. We really have created this bond together, which really feels like an Ulafa'a family. One of the very first events that we participated in was Market 338. This is an outdoor market that happens every year, and what we did is we set up a stall and we had interactive activities. We had an event created by Yasser Al-Hassan. His original idea was called Back in the Day, where everyone can come and write on a chalkboard wall or write inside this large notebook ideas and things that they remember from back in the day when they were younger, things about Bahrain. So when everyone else would come to look at it, we would be able to remember the same memories, know that we have the same childhood, we come from the same place. So people would be able to see that we're all very similar.
كان بشكل بسيط كنا نقدم نوع من السلع، بس كانت مو بمادية ولا رمزية، كانت المشاعر نفسها. احنا كأشخاص تبادلنا مشاعرنا بتصرفات جدا يعني عفوية من الفري هاكس. أنا شخصيا وايد استفدت منها.
Now this was something very, very new to Bahrain and very, very new to the Gulf. A lot of people were shocked. Some had very positive responses, and some people were thinking, how could this happen in Bahrain? We're not used to this. But this is something we want to do. We want to break stereotypes. We want to break borders. We want to bring in new things. We want the people and the community to see a new side of Bahrain.
Another activity is to interact with people and ask them to share with us their thoughts. So we used jars. Everyone, on one point or another, they had jar before in their childhood, so it was resembling something in common. So we had 3 jars, and then we asked people to share 3 main ideas. One of them is something you want to do before you die, and then one thing beautiful in your life, and then the third one was to tell us a secret. People interacted very well with this idea, so they had shared with us a lot of things. And then we had a day where we broke those jars in many different ways, and then we opened those secrets and beautiful things and and things that they want to do before they die. It was amazing response. We had a lot of interesting answers and desires of people, and that was really touching when we opened those jars and see what do really people want. And even if we had some differences in the society, all of us want something that is kind of similar to each other.
First time I noticed or learned about Ulafa'a is at the market, 338 market. What caught my attention is the idea they had, having a poster saying free hugs and free high fives. And I stood there for a while, for 5 minutes, looking at them, seeing people's expression about it. You had good ones and bad ones, negative and positive. What caught my attention is the enthusiasm and how hard they were trying.
Our second interaction with the society was in Bab Market, which was set in the capital city of Bahrain, Manama, and it is very known with its multiple communities and people coming from all walks of life, from different backgrounds and different nationalities. We had a stall where we promoted for our group's work as individuals or as individual artists. So we had postcards, bookmarks, and we had T-shirts that are handmade. And most of all, we had interaction as a main ingredient. So we were distributing cards that telling people that you have a great smile or you're attractive. We were distributing cards that says great parking job, and we got famous of it. Everybody loved those cards, and everybody was saying, or coming back again to the stall and saying, oh, you guys are the parking job cards. So it was really a good introduction tool, and it was also something that puts a smile on someone's face when you just walk in and it was a really bad day for you, and then someone else tells you that you have a great smile. So we had a really positive effect on people, and this is what we wanted to do at first, or at least as a first step, is to make little things, because little things are the ones that matters the most. Our last participation was in N1338, and this festival is under the theme of Common Ground. So we had 2 art pieces.
One of which was very, very popular. It was called Our Farij. Farij is the Arabic word for neighborhood. So what we invited people to do was to go on Instagram and tag their photos that are of Bahrain or of their neighborhoods and tag Our Farij. And what we would do is we would print out all those pictures and post them on a wall together. And we would write underneath each picture what town this was located in. Like, for instance, the town of Mharrak, the town of Manama. And we had an incredible response because we had approximately 1,000 photos posted up. And people were very, very excited because everyone commented about how beautiful Bahrain was and how connected it all is, no matter what city you're from, no matter what place, what background.
One of the art pieces was Ed's idea of automatic writing. So he started writing conversation, picking up words in a public space, and then he was forming one dialogue for all.
What I do basically is like I sit in the middle of a group, a room full of people, and then everyone would engage in a conversation with someone else, and that conversation would be different from the one next to him, They might be talking about books, shoes, religion, politics, whatever. So what I do is like I hear the words and I pick one from each conversations and stick them together to form a sentence that is grammatically correct, but it doesn't make sense when you read it.
The workshop that we have managed in 1338 was in cooperation with Ulafa'a 27, and it was a work that is started off in Senegal, and it is about different Muslim notebooks, and we distributed to different artists under the theme of gathering points. So each artist represented gathering point in one way or another through the Moleskine sketchbook that they have. And the idea here is to create awareness or raise awareness about donating your art, and to focus on the art process rather than the end result. So we had a different people coming along through this workshop. We had designers, architects, illustrators, photographers, and each one has a specific idea in their mind on how to interpret gathering points. And it was nice. It was really a good atmosphere to work on. Each one bounced back ideas with the other, and we created really a nice collection of sketchbooks. So those sketchbooks would be donated to the foundation, Ulafa'a 27, and would be exhibited online, and would be traveling around from biennial to another. What was funny is that when we were given free hugs, the first day was me and Khalid, me wearing a scarf, Khalid wearing a thobe, which is the traditional costume.
With a sign that says
with the
free
sign
hugs.
says free hugs. So it was kind of scary to someone or some people. But then it grew bigger and bigger, and we had even people taking the signs from us and participating. We had Jay that day joining us. Jay joined us because he was bumping into our stall, and he was seeing crazy people giving free hugs and high five, and then suddenly he starts singing with us.
He has a guitar. He's a singer. That's his job.
Yeah.